me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin the Believer, and I'm also the thankful one you're letting me record in my room tonight.
Yeah, it'd be weird if it was our room.
Yeah, we're not that close.
Go back to when we were kids and share a room.
Oh, no, thank you.
No, that sounds awful. But no.
Okay.
Well,
Rude.
listen, we didn't do well when we were kids living in the same room.
Somehow, as the middle child, you finagled your way to make me and our oldest sister, we're the only ones who shared a room long term.
I did for a little bit.
And then you were like, I'm here.
Uh-huh.
It's my rotation for single roomhood.
Yeah, well,
and
I'm the middle one, so I never get the love, which really, we just are
such
really
manipulation.
good at gaslighting.
You are. My middle will go on and on about it. I'm like,
yeah,
I am like, what is it? Conditioned to be sure that you don't ever feel that way.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yes, you did that. Christine did that. All my middle friends are like, oh, you better love them the most.
Yeah, because we don't get as much love as everybody else. But turns out we work it to our advantage. We do just fine. Just don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I'm on to you. You. Everybody else, take note. No, we're in here because I knew I was probably going to bitch about my kids at some point, and because it's summer, they're still awake.
Yeah, they're all around.
So if we were in our kitchen, in my kitchen, again, I'm very plural tonight. I'm be like, just move on in. If we were in my kitchen, they would hear it all. So I was like, let's just come back here
because it's cozy.
Yeah, we've hit that point in summer. I feel like I lasted a little longer than last summer, but I'm like, okay, I need you all to go.
Just go.
Visit your grandparents in Canada for like,
you should start doing that. Just have them go this summer.
Wouldn't that be great?
You know, there are kids who do that.
I know. It'd be so nice. I mean, for them, they would learn so much.
Different cultures.
Yes. It's like one big Ohio up there. Just kidding. I mean, unless you love Ohio. I don't know where our listeners
Ohio's
listen.
wonderful. It's wonderful.
I should probably cut
nah. Anna will laugh.
No, Canada. Their little portion where they live is very Ohio-like, which is great.
Yeah, they need to expand their horizons outside of Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes.
Get on out of here. Go to Canada.
That's
and
right.
Take my kids with them.
Oh, they would love it.
Experience.
Yes, it's educational. Yeah. So I needed distance.
Yeah.
Away.
Little space.
The last 2 nights, usually because I'm a submarine mom, by the time I get them kind of settled, I'm like, all right, I'm going to sneak in here and watch TV by myself.
Right.
Another perk of having a husband who works nights. There's very few perks. But that's one of them. I get the TV to myself. I can decide what I want to watch. The last 2 nights, my 2 oldest have like come in and gotten in bed with me. I'm like,
oh, what are they doing? It's like they love you or something.
I know. The first night I kept having to tell myself, like, they're going to remember this.
Yeah, and someday I won't have this. That's what everybody tells us.
Right. So, like, don't tell them to get out, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do it so bad. But I was like, no, I'm going to enjoy this.
Yeah,
it's
going to try.
Great.
Fake it till I make it.
Yes. And then the second night they tried, and I was like, okay, this is over. We did it. We did it one night.
You got your damn memory. Yes. Now get out of here.
You could not have forgotten it already. It was just last night. So give me some space. I yelled through the door, I'm done momming. I yelled that at about 10 o'clock when they were arguing through the door. And then, I mean, they were kind of like fun arguing. They were chasing each other, but I heard them, mom, like, come rescue me, come join.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm done.
I'm off duty.
That's right. 10 o'clock, I'm off.
Yeah.
10 to 10. That's how our mom did it.
Yeah, she did it well.
Yeah, she did.
She was so scary in the mornings that our aunt would called and was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was before 10. Do not wake her up. I mean, she did it right. She had everybody scared.
Oh, yeah.
You did not go into her room.
Everybody knew. The neighbor was going in her room, but they wouldn't call. Everybody knew not to
Bill would come over. We're like, Bill, it's a little before 10.
Which Bill?
Just trying to think of a neighbor name.
Oh, okay.
He was a hypothetical Bill.
I thought you'd say like Mr.
Oh,
Mr. something. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. We actually know Mr.
Shit just got weird. Was that like a whole Freudian slip? He really was one of our neighbors when we were like little bitty. No. Actually, his daughter listens. Oh. Hi, Ashley.
Nothing ever. I never suspected anything.
I do now, though. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. You got me
wow.
red in the face on that one. Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
Oh man. Yeah, summertime is just, especially for teachers, we've said it before. I mean, if you know a teacher who is also a mother or a father out there, and you're like, oh, you get a whole summer break. No, you don't.
No.
You really don't. You know what you do? You get to have condensed time with your own children, which is,
Yeah.
it is. There are moments that are lovely, and then there are moments that last a lifetime and one
Yes.
day. And you're like, this is going to be the longest summer ever.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
fine. It's summertime.
It's
We're
great.
here. We're stuck in a room,
It's
hiding
fine.
from your
This week
children.
it's raining,
Oh, I
so
know. That's been lovely.
lovely. But we'll survive it. It's
But we can get our culture passes.
I already got mine,
I
girl.
know
I'm
you're on
waiting on
top of
you.
it. I know. I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to get it. We're going to do this thing. It's time to get out of the house.
Okay, I'm
Rain
ready.
or shine. They've got rainy day activities. We can go do them. If
Okay.
you live in Louisville, go to your public library and get your culture pass. I've already talked about it before. If you really want to know more about it, Erin makes fun of me for being such a dork, but whatever. It's fun. It gives you ideas of things to do with your children around town for free.
Yeah, it
I
is
don't really
nice.
know why anybody would make fun of me for that, but it's fine.
Well, it's just you just go so hard for it.
I love it. I love it so much. Get out of my house, you messy children, and
Oh.
let's go get cultured.
Hey, I've got a haunted room update for you.
Okay, this room?
This room that we're in,
Ooh.
that's why we did it in here.
I'm
The
looking
kids was a
around.
lie. They've been delightful.
Yeah.
I just said the kids was.
The kids was a lie.
The kids was a lie.
Sounds like a weird lyric to a song. Okay, so what happened?
Okay, so
You mean since we cooked a whole chicken?
I know. I kind of think the rosemary maybe pissed it off or something.
Oh, shit, birdie.
It
What do you
feels like
guys-
more.
Okay.
So ever since we've done the same. Oh my gosh. Are you so gross? Is that what you're laughing
Oh,
at?
please.
You're disgusting.
You please.
I didn't hear it at all when I said it.
Please. You are the gutter mind out of both of us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You just said it since we did it.
Since we use rosemary
Okay.
to cleanse my room,
Uh-huh.
I've been hearing it sounds every night when I'm going to bed like somebody's walking in the door,
Oh.
like the
okay.
bedroom door.
Okay.
And so I will turn on my light real quick and be like, nope, nobody's there. It's
And
just
the door's still shut.
right.
Okay.
Door's still.
But it sounds like the door's opening.
It just sounds like there's something over here that moves.
Oh, we
Kind
need
of sounds like a
camera.
door.
Okay.
No, we don't. So I don't want to see it. Are you
Right.
kidding me?
Ooh.
So, anyways, I thought, okay, well, that's just maybe my room makes that noise and I've never paid attention to it.
Yeah.
So
It's like
that's
getting to know a new house.
right. So I've chalked it up to that. I've even sort of stopped turning on my light, except that sometimes I'm usually still on my phone. I'll flip my phone around and be like, nope, nope, we're good.
Yep.
I don't need to turn the light on.
Yep.
I'm just being silly. Well, last night it did that over and over and over again.
Whoa.
And then something in my shower,
Oh.
my brand new beautiful shower,
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
is creaking. The door creaks when you open it.
Well, I would ask for a refund for that.
I just don't know. There's got to be. I'm sure that's a common thing that's easily fixed, but it's creaking.
Yeah, people
And so-
listening are like, you just put a little oil on it. It's fine.
I know. I just haven't done it yet. But right after I heard it over here,
Mm-hmm.
my shower went creak.
Like it was opening.
Yes.
Ooh, girl, that's creepy.
Okay, then I was like, okay, so I'm ready for bed and I'm terrified and there's nothing anywhere. So I put on a podcast that will put me to bed.
So put on a scary movie.
No, I put on a podcast nice and loud that has a droning voice and fell right to sleep. I did what we always say, like, don't do. Why are these people going to sleep?
Yeah.
I was so scared I didn't want to be here anymore. I was like, just go to bed. Just go to sleep. It's fine.
Just when you call me, I would have come over.
It was like 2 a.m.
Girl, I got you.
I know. I have a
Call
hard time
me.
going
You
to
know I'd
sleep.
come over.
And you would have made fun of me. But anyway.
Yeah. The material for the podcast.
So then this morning I get up. It is a rainy day.
Okay.
As stated, I have hit the nice age that I shouldn't be complaining so much about parenting because they're kind of like self-operating at this point.
Yeah. I'm not there yet.
Yeah, it's great. Like I woke up, the only one awake was Penelope. I said good morning. She was already eating a Pop-Tart. I'm like, great,
Nice.
nailing it. I'm gonna go.
Mom of the year.
I'm gonna go to the back and find someone to watch. So of course it's raining. I turned on Twilight. I was
Of
watching
course.
I was watching Eclipse. For those of you who need specifics,
How
I
many
even took a
how many
picture.
times do you think you've seen that movie?
I truly don't know. I did send a message to the people like I'm working on getting my rank change, and I kept talking about. I'm like, I'm gonna work on it this summer. I'm going to be so proactive so that when I get back
Uh-huh.
to school, I'm ready to start these, turning this in and getting my promotion. No, I have done nothing at
I've
all.
just binge watched Twilight
I
over
sent
and
a
over again.
message and said, well, I might not be working on my micro credentials, but I am watching Twilight for the 732nd time. So clearly I'm being productive.
Nailing it.
That's right.
Uh,
Anyways, I'm watching my favorite movie. No, not really. My
I
favorite.
don't know. There's not a movie that I could watch that many times.
Yeah, I can watch it over and over
Wow,
again.
it's amazing.
I love
Okay.
it. But anyways, I'm watching it and I'm laying on the couch in the back room, which is a darker room. Like if the
It
curtains
is.
are pulled, it's really dark back there and
Remember
it's
last
already
time I
raining.
walked by there, I was like, I want to just take a nap in that back room. It's so like cozy and dark.
Yeah, it is very cozy, especially now. Like something about when we changed everything around,
Yeah, the layout.
that area is so inviting now.
Yeah.
So I'm laying on that couch. I'm like looking, facing the hallway, watching the TV.
Which is now facing your bedroom.
Right.
Okay.
And I swear to you,
Mm.
out of the corner of my eye, I saw what looked like somebody peek out,
Shut up.
but from where my laundry is. And nobody could hide in there. That's not a space where somebody could fit. Like I took a picture so that I can post it and say, this is where I saw the face. And you all need to know that
What?
there are doors there. There are double doors in front of
Yeah.
that laundry. If the door was open, then I would see the door open. Like it's
Erin,
a
do you have attic space above this room?
no, not above this room.
I mean, you need to look into that because I
Kevin was
think
in
you
here
do.
sleeping. Kevin was in this room asleep.
I'm just saying
No.
that's also like your roof. I'm not trying to scare you,
There's no way it was a
but it
real
goes
person.
up like this, so that means there is space right now. Those of you who can't see me,
Which means everybody but me.
uh, my my fingertips are together like a triangle, like I'm a house. I'm making
Like a
myself
roof
a house.
steeple. Yeah.
Yes, and up here is some space.
Yeah. But I couldn't have been.
What
I
if
would
you
have.
have like a contortionist? Uh,
Oh, stop.
ooh, creepy.
It was like a in out little head dart. And I looked up thinking, was that one of my kids? And then I thought, no, because they wouldn't have been able to be right there.
Oh,
And then nothing else happened. I
you
got
didn't
up.
get up and
I
look.
did. I got up.
Okay,
Nobody was there.
okay,
Nobody snuck away. Nobody opened any doors.
okay,
There was no way for them to escape in that moment.
okay.
It was very spooky.
So it was your imagination.
No, I don't think it was. It was very scary.
Oh, that's so creepy. About like how many seconds do you think you saw it?
Like in, out. It was very fast.
Like 2 seconds.
Maybe even less. Like
Hmm.
poke head out. Enough that I looked down. Like, what was that? And then it was gone.
You don't think it could have been a shadow of something?
Nope, because I watched the shadows the rest of the day while I sat back there because I was back there for a while.
Yeah. What are you complaining about?
They
back there
argue.
for a while.
They just argue all the
Oh,
time.
I
Megan.
know.
They argue all the time.
I know.
But no, today was a very lazy day. I did put on a bra for you. I know that I don't usually do that, but normally I start off in a sweatshirt, and I was like, I can't even be bothered with that. So I put on a bra for you.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. but
Well,
thank
they
you.
were just
Yeah,
flipping and
flipping and
flopping
flopping
all
everywhere.
over today. So I put on a bra for you.
Oh, it's good to have a little bit of order in your day.
Right, exactly.
All right, I'm going to say that it was probably some sort of shadow.
Okay, it wasn't, but okay.
And that it was mixed with a little bit of your imagination. Now, the whole bath or like this sound happening over here,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what kind of like where is your air conditioner? Where is your didn't you all put that up in the ceiling?
It's right there.
It's right there. Okay, she just pointed to where the door is.
But that's not really where I hear the sound. I hear it like right in front of my closet.
A minute ago was your door. It was you pointed at the door.
Which is really close to my closet.
Okay, I'm just saying that might have something to do with it. And like you said, this is a new room. It's got new sounds that you're not quite used to yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling it has something to do with that air conditioner that's on a lot in the summertime.
Okay. You
Yeah.
can think that.
And the bathroom, like maybe it was already kind of ajar or something, and it just kind of got stuck in a weird way. And then it just finally, like pressure, gravity, something, and it creaked a little bit.
I don't know. It was
Yeah.
enough to really freak me out.
Oh, I bet. I
Eh,
mean, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Still creepy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyways, what do I do, everyone who's not Megan?
I was saying, you do what I do. Just like that light, that ridiculous light in my room. I mean, it comes on all the time. Here's what
Uh-huh.
I've decided. I think that it is on some sort of weird timer that I don't know about. And I don't know how you would even set the timer, but you know how like some things like electronics, you can hold them down for 10 seconds and they'll
Yeah.
do certain things like that. I think that because it's been there since we moved in. So I think whoever put it in, it goes off every morning at 7 o'clock, which normally I'm up and already going by that. So I don't even notice it. But now in the summer, finally, like day one of summer, I'm like asleep. I'm like, oh, the kids are sleeping past 7. This is great. I just happened to roll over and look at my phone. It was like 6:45. I'm like, perfect. Go back to sleep. This is great. 7 o'clock, boom, that light is bright. And I'm like, oh, stupid light.
Maybe it is a ghost who's just really judgmental and
Like,
productive.
get up. Get your lazy
Yeah,
up.
what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
screw them.
Oh, I
Mm.
didn't say that. You and I are cool, right?
My ghost, not your ghost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're
But
surely.
they probably talk.
You think that your ghost can hear, or my ghost can hear you
I
all
just
the
feel
way over
like
here?
my ghost and your ghost
Mm.
probably gossip.
Oh my gosh, the shit they have to say about us. Could you imagine? Do you see their parenting? And look at these
She watched 2 Twilights
two
today.
Twilights back to back. Bitch
I
didn't even
did.
get up.
The only reason I got off was because Nora was like, "Can I please play the PlayStation?" I was like,
Mm-mm.
"Ah,
So the only reason I got off. Aaron,
fine." Would you quit?
I'm sorry. That's all I could think of. Was like, I don't even know what you mean by that.
The
You
only
talk about Twilight. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of information. No wonder you watch it so many times.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
sorry. I don't know. My mind is in the gutter tonight.
It sure is.
It's a summertime. That's all I know. Oh, man.
Summertime and Megan's easy.
That's right. All right. Well, I think we have some good stories tonight. Are you
We
ready?
definitely do. I know mine is good.
Yes, and mine is too.
Your turn to go first.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm too far away.
You got to really get up in that nook.
Oh, hello.
Well, hey, let's watch some Twilight now. Ew, it's so gross.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so gross.
Those of you who can't see us again,
Mm.
it's Erin. Erin and I are sitting on her floor, and we're both straddling either end of her bed.
Only way we could do it.
Such a weird way to describe that, but that's
Oh.
what's happening. Okay. Anyway, down to business, Erin.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, so I was out there hustling because you told me you were hustling, and I can't let you win at anything. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to get out there. So this is from one of my hustles from Reddit. So you ready?
Yep.
And this is from the lovely Brandy, she, her.
All right.
And the title is, Can Someone Help Me Understand What I Saw?
Ooh.
I don't usually use Reddit, so sorry if this is weird. Girl, same.
Yeah.
Same.
I won't know to tell you.
Right? But I have a question/story for anyone who can tell me what I saw as a kid. I remember the different occurrences I have had very clearly to this day. When I was younger, around 5 or 6, I used to see a woman at night standing in the corner of my bedroom.
Oh, no, I don't like that at all.
Yeah, well, just wait. I couldn't see her face when she first started appearing, but it would make me very uncomfortable, and I'd put the blankets over my eyes so I didn't have to see it, and I would call to my parents until they would wake up and come into my room.
Oh.
I remember telling my father what I would see when I first started seeing her, and my father, who is very religious, told me not to worry, that it was just my guardian angel.
Oh, no, Dad.
Yeah, that's not.
Then you come in here and sleep and hang out with my guardian
Yeah,
angel.
you can have her. Tell her I don't want her. You can be guarded by her, not
Oh
me.
my gosh.
I remember trying to be comforted by that until it showed up again a few nights later.
Oh dear.
Every night it got closer and closer.
Oh no.
She was a very tall woman with black hair. Like, very tall. That makes me think like almost to the ceiling tall,
Yeah.
right?
Like, isn't there a horror movie where you can't see her face ever? She's just so tall, she's always a little bit out of
Ooh,
frame.
that does sound very familiar. Ooh, what
Ugh.
movie is that? Yeah.
Or maybe it's just a nightmare I have because I'm a short person.
That's a possibility.
Everybody kinda looks like that to
Yep,
me.
yep. Especially at concerts. You can see anybody's
Oh, it's the
face.
worst.
Every night she'd get closer, and I'd look and put the blankets over my eyes and call for my parents again and again. I stopped
Oh.
doing it once she was standing over the edge of my bed. I'd
No.
just cover my eyes and try going back to sleep, too
No.
scared to say anything.
Oh, I get it.
Before, yeah, you've been there. Before, girl,
I
you're so
I know mine
weak.
wasn't nearly as scary.
No, nearly. Definitely was not nearly as scary as poor Brandy. Before anyone says sleep paralysis, I was able to move my body and turn
Mhm.
over when I'd cover my eyes. So I don't
Okay.
think that that was the case. And one night, the night I remember her the most, was the scariest encounter I have ever had. And every time I talk about this, I get teary eyed and panicked. But I need any advice on what people think I could have seen.
Oh my gosh, we're about to get scarier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I've been questioning it for years, but this night when I woke up, I didn't see her at the end of my bed. So I remember rolling over onto my left side and seeing her directly face to face with me.
No. No.
So poor Brandy is used to seeing her in this
Oh.
one spot, wakes up, doesn't see her, and is like, okay, good, I'm safe. Rolls over to the left, and boom, she's face to face with her.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Face to face with the face she's never seen. Remember that?
Oh my gosh, I could poop right now. I'm so scared. I'm
Why
so
is it the sphincter?
scared.
It always does something to my sphincter. Every time I get scared, I'm like, golly.
Oh.
Okay. She had no expression on her face, and she had no eyelids.
Oh no.
Pale face staring into my soul. I remember the scream I yelled. It woke my parents right up, and they ran into my room. I broke down as a 5 or 6 year old and described to my parents that I saw the woman again, but this time I told them in depth how she looked. But dad's like, you know what? I don't think that does sound like a guardian angel. I'm gonna recant on that one.
Oh my
Hmm.
gosh.
What 6 year old is seeing people with no eyelids? I had no idea what ghosts were. I wasn't allowed or even knew what a horror movie was.
Oh.
So, how the hell could I even imagine something so disturbing? I'm still living in this house, but I'm 19 now and I never saw her again. Any
Brandy.
ideas?
Oh, she never saw her
Never
again.
saw her again after that night.
That's good.
Yeah.
Maybe she was her guardian angel and was like was like, "Oh, honey, I'm
Oh,
so
oh my
sorry. Oh,
God.
I just won't
I
show
thought you were
myself
asleep.
anymore.
I thought you were asleep. I was just looking in on
I
you.
thought we were gonna
This
bond."
poor guardian angel. That's why she's been staying back so
I know,
far.
she's
And
like this is her thought process. She's like, "Oh, I don't wanna freak her out.
yeah, I'll just
I'm
stay
just gonna
back.
come so slow.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
just gonna come up so slow I won't freak her out." And then she's like, I'm just gonna lay right
Oh,
in bed. I think
she's
she's
so
ready."
sweet. No, she didn't think that. She was just like, she's so sweet. I want to get a
Oh.
closer look. And then just like, oh, she's awake. Oh, shit. Now she's on my face.
My
She's gonna be terrified.
oh my
Oh,
gosh.
no eyelids,
No
no
eyelids?
expression. Felt like she was looking into her soul.
What are you talking about?
No eyelids. Can you picture eyes with no eyelids?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so
Do you
creepy.
remember, like, in the early 2000s, that one actress who
I don't
could
know, but the way you're blinking your eyes is very distracting.
she could, like, kinda pop her eyes out a little
Ew,
bit?
who?
I don't know.
And right when you said pop, my line fell from
It
it, like,
popped
made the
down.
pop sound for the perfect sound effect. Um,
Foliage. Isn't that what that's called?
oh, I don't know, I thought you were trying to think of the name of the actress.
No, no, no. I really feel like it might be this one person, but they're a very good actress now, and I'm like,
Who?
I don't know if I wanna say.
Well, if they can pop their eyes out.
I wanna say it's Octavia Davis. Octavia that's not her last name. Octavia.
Oh, yep. Yep, I think she could do that. Okay, but for real, I will say, while you've never seen a horror movie when you're that age, you know,
Mhm.
there are things that kids' imaginations kind of take over.
Yeah.
And also, it might not have been in a horror movie. Like, what if your parents are watching one of those weird surgery, you know,
Oh
remember all those had
gosh.
those were on TLC? They had, like, the
Yeah.
whole thing about, like, how to do like and you would see them, they're so graphic.
Yeah.
Like, what if one day one of your parents was watching something like that, kinda infiltrated your little tiny mind, it got in there about, like, ooh, people with no eyelids, but you didn't really think about it, but then
Yeah.
it kinda visited you in a dream.
I actually just thought of something that would support your theory, but then I remembered that this, I think, was before that time.
Okay. Yeah, this is a
No,
19-year-old.
I'm sorry. This happened the event happened before what I'm about to say,
Okay.
because while you were talking and I was thinking about no eyelids, I thought of that remember that horrible picture that was going around on the internet about 5 or 6 years ago
Mm.
of, like, this woman, like, crouched up on a table or something, and she had
No.
long black hair and huge eyes,
Ew.
and, like, I had just started teaching, that's why I know it wasn't that long ago,
Okay.
and, like, I remember I won't say the name on here, but
Uh-huh.
going, "And do you know what these kids are looking up?" And she showed me, and I was like, "What the hell are you showing me?" It
Oh,
was
I do. I do remember that.
horrible.
It's got a name.
It was like Mama or something.
Yeah. Yeah,
MoMA,
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Momi, or I don't know,
Well,
something.
there is a horror movie called Mama, and it's
Yeah.
actually really good. I remember going on a date with this guy to go see it, and he was terrified. Like, he
Oh.
made fun of me. He was like, "You're gonna be so scared." He's kinda like that macho type.
Mhm.
He's like, "You're gonna be so scared, aren't you?" I'm like, Bitch, please. I've been watching scary movies since I was 5,
Yeah.
like, I'm not like
I would have been
Brandy."
that bitch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was thinking of the wrong sister because I'm like, "Okay, I got" yeah, by the end of the movie, he had his face buried in my back, and I'm like,
Oh.
"Oh, I am loving every second of this." Like, it's a fucking movie, dude.
Oh,
But it's
no.
fine. I patted him and I'm like, "You'll be all right." And we're done dating. Uh, no, I wish that were the last time I dated him, but I'm a sucker for a loser, so I stayed for a while. Anyway, got past that phase. So I would say, Brandy, I really just think it's horrible, but like I can still remember, and I've talked about it on the podcast before, but since you're a new listener, because you're a new author, I can remember the very, very terrifying reoccurring dream that I had when I was younger. And I don't think I remembered it as a dream. It just was like this thing that was like in my memory. But the only way I can explain it, it has to be a dream. Like, I don't remember going to sleep and having a dream and waking up. I just remember this is happening to me. And it was my family. It was me going to the back door and looking out into our backyard at night and seeing a fire glowing, and I knew somehow that they were the members of my family, but they had like all pale white faces. They were wearing like white and black outfits, and they were dancing around this fire, and it was fucking
Didn't
terrifying.
we unzip
And
our skin?
you like unzipped your skin. It was
You're
like the body
human.
snatchers, yeah. And then underneath was like the white, like no faces,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, where did I get
But,
that from?
Brandy specifically sounds like they remember waking up.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
remember
Their little
oh,
5 or 6-year-old mind, like, I
yikes.
don't know that they can distinguish between a dream and reality.
Oh, I don't know, but if my kid was ever that scared,
Oh,
screaming
yeah.
that hard, it would
Oh,
freak
well, yeah,
the
it's terrifying.
hell.
Yeah, there's a moment where you're like, "Should I hide too?" Like, what level of
I mean, get
scary are we
behind me,
talking? Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, but let's go hide. Oh, yeah, that's terrifying. Oh,
Ew, yikes. Yeah,
yeah.
that is so scary.
Yeah, either way, whatever it was. But I did tell Brandy, when I exchanged with her on, I don't know what Reddit is called, DM, I don't, girl, it's
Who
fine. Brandy doesn't
knows?
know either. Said she never gets
Absolutely
on
don't
Reddit
know.
either. But when we were talking back and forth, I said, we do have a lot of listeners who deep dive into paranormal things.
Yeah.
I even use the word expert. I
Oh,
consider them to be
ooh.
some, Paula, hello, you're an
Ye
expert. I mean, you know
absolutely.
that Cheeseman Park better than anybody. So I told her, I said that we've got some very loyal listeners who might have an answer. Like, this might be some lore. This might be kind of like the Hat Man,
Yeah.
something that has been out there that just
Ugh,
we haven't heard about. So,
it's so creepy.
yeah. And on Reddit, like, I read through the posts, and a lot of people didn't have like an answer for her. They're like, oh my gosh, that's just terrifying.
Yeah.
So, if anybody's out there
That's
listening and they're
because
like,
it's a ghost, Megan.
oh, she didn't seem like it. She thought it was a ghost. She's like, what
Okay.
is this that I saw?
Oh, a demon.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, what else could it be? And I am gonna say a dream, a figment of your imagination.
Whatever.
But Erin, of course, is gonna say that it was something else, but she
100%.
doesn't know what. So I'm asking all of those other listeners out there who are like, "Oh, I know what that was.
Ugh,
A witch,
a
perhaps?"
horrible nightmare. That is so scary.
Yeah,
And I don't mean nightmare as in a dream. I mean a horrible
yeah.
situation to be in.
I was like, "Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, nightmare."
no, no, no. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it. I take it
Yeah.
back.
Freudian slip.
No, I didn't mean it. Shut up. All right. Well, I also have a very scary story that you hustled, whatever. I
I
have
win.
people
I
who
win.
said they're going to send them in. We'll see if they do. I'm looking at you. I won't say your name because I don't
Uh-huh.
have permission, but you know. You know. All right. So you sent me this message. They wish to stay anonymous,
Mhm.
so I won't be saying a name.
And
And
I
we're
did not read this. I just read like a couple of lines. It's like, okay, I think this is good. I reached out to this person. I was like, hey, can we snag the story? And they gave us full permission. So,
right. So there's no introduction. We're just hopping right in. So 9 years ago, when my granddaughters were 2 and newborn, we had an encounter with something.
hmm.
I live out in the country, and my house is surrounded by heavy foliage, and we sit about a fourth of a mile off the dirt road. It was at night, but I have a big light that turns on automatically just outside my garage. No one else was home. We had just pulled in, and I parked in the garage. I got the 2-year-old out of her car seat, and she was standing with our dog at the end of the car/door of the garage. I went to the other side to get the newborn out. I was struggling to get the carrier unlocked from the base, so I'm bent over in the car fighting with the thing.
Ugh, those are the worst.
They're so
Why
annoying.
do they make them so hard?
I don't know.
It's
I
like
mean, I guess like
safety,
to
I
keep
guess,
them
but
in the car,
jeez.
you know, you kind of want them to be good and
Like
stuck
good
in
and
there,
locked
but
in, I guess, but it's horrible.
it's real annoying in
It
any
really
other
is.
case.
Inconvenient.
Then I hear the 2-year-old say, "Oh, look, doggy." I did not look because I thought she was talking about our dog who was with her. I kept fighting with the car seat and I could hear her saying, "Doggy," over and over again, and still I wasn't looking.
Hmm.
Right at the same time I free the carrier seat, my dog starts growling
Oh, no.
and the 2-year-old starts screaming.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine?
No.
You're so vulnerable with 2 kids.
Yeah, like which one do you grab?
Oh,
Oh,
it's horrible.
that is
And
horrible.
she's like bent down in the car.
If I don't tell you this now, you can totally cut this, but if I don't tell you this now, I'll forget it.
Okay.
Miles asked me the other day, "Mom, if it was like Macy James or dying, who would you help first?" And
Oh my gosh.
I was like, this is horrible. This is a horrible question. I was like, we would never be in that situation. He was like, but what if we were? I was like, oh my gosh, like I know the answer, but I
Right.
can't say this morally inept thing to
Right.
him because then he'd be like, they already treat her mean.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "My mom said she wouldn't save you."
Exactly. So I was like, it doesn't not. It just
There's
kept.
there
I
will be no
just
ultimatum when he tells the story. He'll be
yeah,
like, "My mom
my
said she
mom
wouldn't save you
at
even
all.
if you were drowning."
So I just kept saying, Miles, we would never be. I doubled down.
Yeah,
He
that's
never
good.
got the answer. I was like, we would never be in this situation.
That's
What if we
good.
were? We would never be. We're moving on.
Oh my gosh. All right. Screaming is where I left off. Where is that? Okay. As I'm trying to get upright from bending down, the 2-year-old is trying to crawl up my back,
Oh
screaming in
no.
terror.
Oh no. That is the worst.
I know, it's so
Like,
scary.
what do you do? Just jump in the car with her?
Yeah,
But you're
like
also,
get in
but also,
here.
like, what are we like? Is it like a puppy that your 2-year-old is like terrified of?
Truly, we'll find out later. Let's find out
Oh my
after the
gosh,
fact.
that's
I
awful.
know it's so scary. This story, I can't believe your story was so scary, and then I'm reading this
I
story.
know it's a great night. It's a great night if you like to be scared.
Oh my gosh. Okay. The dog is going crazy, and I
Ugh.
turned to look. I'm not real sure what I saw that night, but it was walking away on all fours and heading behind my other car in the driveway. It was not a dog. It did not have hair.
What?
It was skinny and bony.
What?
As it was about to go behind the other car, it stood up on 2 legs.
What? Uh, every hair on my body just stood up.
Yeah, the legs, like I
Yeah,
had
my hair grew.
freshly shaven
Yeah, they're
legs.
not
They are
anymore.
prickly right now.
Oh, okay, hold on. So it's on all fours.
Uh-huh.
She watches it walk on all fours, but it's hairless. It
And
has
bony and big.
Oh, no. It's big? I don't remember her saying it's big.
Well, we're about to get that it's big.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Because right as of now, I'm picturing like a dog size creature.
No, now it stands up on 2
No,
legs.
no, 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 no.
Oh my gosh. The legs did not bend like ours.
What?
They bent the other way out. Out in front, not toward the back like ours. So think of your leg bent.
Uh-huh.
They're almost like a
Oh
werewolf.
my gosh.
I
Is
was like,
this an alien?
I don't
Is
know.
this an alien
I don't know.
encounter?
I don't know. I don't know. It's so
Okay.
scary.
Okay.
They bent the other way, out in front, not toward the back like ours. It was tall enough that I could see the head and shoulders over
Holy
the top of the
shit.
car, and it turned and looked at us.
What did it look like? What did its face look like?
I don't think we get that. My
No.
dog at this point took after it.
Oh, good dog. Good dog. Get it.
I shit you not, that thing jumped about 15 feet into the trees
Holy shit.
and foliage with my dog on its ass, and it made a screaming sound like I have never heard before.
Oh my gosh.
I know. My granddaughter was terrified. Never in my life have I seen something like that,
Oh,
and I've seen a lot.
oh, what else? What else have you seen? Right back in.
I almost just put everyone back in the car and left.
Yeah.
LOL.
Oh, that's exactly what I would have
Right?
done.
But instead, I made a run for the door with a 2-year-old on my back and a newborn in a carry seat.
Oh my gosh. The
My
bravest woman
I
ever.
know, it's so scary. My dog came back unharmed about 15 minutes later.
Oh, good dog. Good dog.
That's
That dog
right.
gets a big treat.
Exactly. Because it was like, oh, fine, I'll get out of here. Like it screamed. It
Yeah.
scared
It's
it.
scared. The dog. It was
I
scared
know.
of
What
a
kind of dog
dog.
was it?
Yeah. We need that.
I would love that
feel-
dog now.
Although Ellie would get him.
Ellie might get him.
Listen, Ellie.
Oh, actually, that's
Ellie
not true.
seems.
Ellie loves a dog she knows she can take.
Oh,
There's a new German
same
Shepherd
girl.
next door.
Same. I don't like to take big risks.
Ellie's like, that dog will bark at her, and she's like, what? I'm sniffing the
Wow,
fence.
I'm fine.
Leave me
Chill.
alone. But that dog 2 doors down, she's like, oh, I will kill
I
you.
will get
If I
it.
get to you, I will. But no, that big dog next door, she's like,
Oh,
that's fine. We're
what
cool.
a good dog, though. I
I
mean,
know.
let's talk about how brave dogs are. That's
I know.
amazing for him to go after.
I don't,
Like, I'm
why
going to
doesn't,
protect.
that should just be a necessity. If you're not allergic, you should have a dog.
Yes, you need to have a dog
For
just
so
for
many reasons,
protection.
but protection is a good one.
It's such a good one.
Yeah, Ellie would take out an intruder. She really
Oh,
would. Like
yeah.
she is very protective over
Yep.
our family.
Yeah. If nothing else, they're scary. And like, Arlo got out the other day and Miles came in and was like, well, there was a man that was stomping at Arlo. I said,
Oh.
well, I bet he was because Arlo is a little shit. And like other people, he's fine with dogs. He loves
Yeah.
dogs all day long. But
I think
if he
that's right.
doesn't know you, he gets very aggressive.
Yeah.
So he was like, Miles is all mad. I was like, he should have stomped at him. Like, get away from me. You look like you're about to bite me.
Yeah.
You know, but in Miles's mind, like, well, that man was so rude to Arlo. I'm like, no, that he was in full right. But still, I'm glad that Arlo has that in him that
Yeah.
if somebody came into our house or this creature was there,
Right.
that we have some being like, you're it, you go.
Right.
You get him.
Right. Not it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ellie is so cute because she loves Kevin so much.
Mhm.
So she would never be aggressive towards Kevin in any way.
Right.
But he'll joke around like he was playing
yeah.
with Nora and they were like kind of play fighting, like wrestling around, tickling
Sure.
and whatever.
Sure.
And Nora was cackling. She was having so much fun.
Yeah.
Ellie just real calmly stood in between them. Like,
yeah, like you're done.
well, this is my kid here. And I don't mean any disrespect to you, sir.
But this needs to stop.
But you're done.
I get it, Ellie. I hate when they start play fighting. I'm like,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna get hurt every time, and
Right.
then I'm the bitch that shuts it down.
Right.
I'm like,
Let the
you're
dog be
welcome.
the bitch.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, and Arlo is the same way too, and I love that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, Arlo's a little more aggressive. He's like barking, like you all need to stop. Like,
Yeah.
what is going on? Like, but I love that because it's in them to go, this is not right. Something's gonna happen. Something's wrong.
Right.
Stop.
Right. And like Nora's smaller.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stand here
And
until
protect
make sure
her.
you're done.
Oh, I love that.
I know, it was really cute.
Oh my gosh. You know why we're talking so much?
Because we're too afraid.
It's terrifying.
I know. Let
What
me keep going.
was
Let me
it?
keep
Oh,
going.
okay.
Okay. My dog came back unharmed about 15 minutes later. I told my family, and they tried to convince me that it was a buck, in parentheses, a deer. It was mating season. There is no way that was a buck.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely no way. Didn't even resemble a deer, and it didn't have antlers. I live in Kansas, so that should weed out a lot of wildlife, which I didn't know that about Kansas.
Yeah.
Not a lot of wildlife.
Okay.
Uh, what are your thoughts? It's been 9 years, and I'm still scared to go outside by myself at night.
Oh, absolutely. I would never go outside again.
Never ever.
That would be it.
Like you said, alien, which is interesting to me. I just thought Skinwalker. Like, oh, here we go. This is,
Skinwalker. I don't understand them. They're supposed to look like something else.
but I feel like when they're not,
Like when they're morphing into something.
yeah. And remember, the little girl was like doggy at first.
Ooh. So, oh yeah, was not scared.
Wasn't scared at first.
Wasn't scared like, oh, it's a dog. But why would they pick that moment to start morphing to do harm?
Because they were like, oh, that lady's stuck in this car with this darn car
I'm gonna
seat.
grab that little girl. Oh, I'm so sorry,
my
Anonymous. I'm
gosh,
so
it's
sorry I
so
said that.
scary.
That's horrible. You're gonna listen to this. I'm so sorry. I take that back.
Oh,
But
and at 2 years old, that little girl's not going to remember.
oh,
But you would want to be like, but you saw it, right? Like
yeah,
you did
yeah,
see it.
yeah, right. Like tell me everything you saw. And she was so scared. She's climbing up her
Right.
back. So like, did it lunge at her? Did it start to come for
Ugh.
her? And then that's when the dog's like, oh hell no.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you had a dog. I'm so glad you had a dog.
I know.
That is terrifying. I just went alien because I just recently watched some alien show. Now I can't think. It must have been unforgettable. It must have been not
Was
that
it
good.
Invasion? I think you're watching Invasion.
I was. I love how you know what I was watching. Oh yeah. I was watching that. No, but it wasn't that. But the alien show that I watched, it was like I guess maybe it was like Sign. We do Signs. We watch that a lot.
I feel like my house is Signs right now. I've got so many cups of water, and it's all me. I just keep leaving cups of water in every room.
Well, maybe you need it.
Maybe
You're gonna have an alien invasion, and you need it.
Swing away.
Swing away, yeah. But it was something like that where an alien was like seen,
Yeah.
and it looked, very alien-like.
Yeah.
And that description.
Oof.
Oh no, I know what it was. It was a new. It wasn't even a movie. It was I was out there
You
hustling.
just saw an alien.
I just saw an alien. No, I was out there hustling, and in one of there's like apparently a new sighting that just happened, and they have like footage.
Ooh.
And I watched it, and it was very creepy, but it wasn't like that sounded more like classic Alien to me, like the no hair, no fur.
Yeah, bony.
Ooh, bony, like ooh, creepy. But this was like a black figure, but like with super big green eyes.
Ooh.
But like not green, like it didn't look like the classic Alien. It just looked like you couldn't really see it very well.
Okay.
But you could just kind of see the outline.
I can't believe you didn't send this to me.
Yeah, sorry. But it was just like sitting there, and it's this Hispanic family, so I can't tell what they're telling, but they're like clearly freaked out.
Yeah.
And they're like trying not to get too close, but they're trying to record it. And then like as they're recording this, another one like stands up and it's super tall behind the first one, and they back the fuck out and they get out of there. They're like, oh my gosh, and they like run.
Oh my gosh.
So,
I was joking, but now I'm kind of pissed you didn't send this to me.
I'll find it. But I like a lot of people are like, it's a hoax, it's whatever. But I'm like, either way, it was either a really good hoax or whatever. Maybe we can find that for our TikTok tonight.
Ooh.
And people were talking about how like the real footage got taken down really quickly, and so you can only find it like there's a quick trail to try to get rid of it.
Ooh.
I know the government's trying to hide that shit,
Men
or
in
that's
Black.
just hype to get us to like really believe the hoax. I don't really know what's real and what's not anymore.
Yikes.
I remembered what I was going to talk about.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm keeping all of that in, but at the beginning of this, Megan was like, I really think there was
Sorry.
something else I wanted to talk about before we got started. Okay, Megan, go ahead before you... Well, I guess there's nothing to debunk. Before we move on.
There's nothing to debunk. Miss Anonymous, let me tell you this. That story is one of the creepiest we've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's so good. You know what? The vulnerable element.
Yes.
You have these two babies
that you have to be responsible for.
Oh my gosh. And one's literally climbing up your back, which is
one's literally stuck.
Oh my gosh. That's the worst. That is the worst.
Oh.
good for you for being smart enough to have a dog
Yep.
and
And for getting inside.
getting inside as quick as you could. I mean, you handled that beautifully because I think I would have like thrown that 2-year-old in there, gotten in that car, and that's it. Left the
But
dog.
also that. Oh yeah, you would have left the dog. That would have sucked. But both options, you know, you handled it how you needed to handle it, and you did great.
Yeah, you did great. Yeah. Oof,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
Yeah, you didn't freeze. You
Yeah.
took action.
Yeah. Now I will say real quick because last week we talked about how I freeze, or maybe that was during movie night.
Yeah.
I don't freeze when my kids are involved. I've
Oh,
never
okay.
once frozen.
Yeah.
Like in a
There's
scary
a mom
situation with
thing. You
them.
go into action. Yeah.
It's so weird. I
Mhm.
wonder. I would love to talk to somebody else whose reaction to adrenaline
Yeah.
switches because
Yeah.
when it's me, I turtle up. I like
Mhm.
I just completely break down. But
When your
when it's
kids
my
are there,
kids,
it's
I'm like,
mama bear.
I don't even think about it. I remember Nora choked one time at a softball game or t-ball game.
Yeah.
Penelope or Sophie was so little it was t-ball, and I'll never forget because somebody commented on my parenting. But I was talking to a mom, and somebody goes, "Oh my gosh, I think your baby's choking." And I looked over, and without any fear, I just did like that hook.
Yeah.
I hooked it out, and she went, and then she was fine.
Oh.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And then she like smiled, and then I turned back to the mom, and the lady behind me goes, "Well, if that isn't the second kid, I don't know what is."
Like, so anyway, Linda, what were we talking about?
So, anyways, yeah, but like, I do react when it's my kids, so don't worry, everybody.
Oh,
Nobody calls CPS.
I was definitely not worried. I was
Okay.
definitely not worried. I mean, I have always modeled my parenting after you. Always. So
Wow,
I know.
sorry.
We're just one big shit show over
Now
here.
I feel like I
It's
should
fine.
apologize to your children.
You really should.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, no, but good job, Anonymous. That was quite the
so
story.
scary.
What could it have been?
Skinwalker, baby. That's what I'm going with.
Skinwalker. I don't know that I believe in them, but I do believe in aliens. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with alien. I think that it was some sort of alien. The screeching.
Yeah.
That
A
is
scream
terrifying.
you've never heard? No, thank you.
I don't know that an alien, like now I'm kind of going, I'm like, what being would be scared of a dog?
And wouldn't there be like more aliens? An alien's not down here by himself.
Well, I don't know. What if his like ship crashed and he's like out there trying to
it's
find?
E.T.
Oh, so sad. Maybe he was really nice. He just needed a drink of water.
What if you all became friends?
Oh, this could have a totally different ending.
Just like Brandy's guardian angel.
Yeah.
Boy, we're really
The guardian angel. Yeah, we're playing devil's advocate in both these.
But
Okay.
they're just too scary for
Yeah,
us.
yeah, that's why we're like trying to make it good. We're like trying to get the Disney
Oh,
ending that
my
we
gosh.
need so that we can just go to sleep tonight because this was
In
a
my haunted
scary
ass
episode.
room. Great.
Oh yeah, you want me to sleep with you tonight?
No, it's my room, remember?
That's right. It's your room. We're not sharing a room.
I'll sleep in your room.
Yeah, oh, that's hilarious.
Between
okay.
you and James. Okay, sorry, go
That
on.
won't be awkward at all. Okay. Anyway.
What were you going to talk about before?
Oh my gosh, Black Mirror. Have you watched the new episode of Black Mirror?
No, I only watched one episode of the very first season, and I can't bring myself to watch anymore.
Okay, this one you could watch. It's kind of kitschy and funny. It's got Salma Hayek in it.
Oh, I do like her.
Yes, and but it is so scary to think that this is where our world is heading.
Okay.
Like Black Mirror, if you've not seen that, like I think people need to watch it because it is basically a scary story about how technology is taking over.
Yeah.
And this one, I like literally listened to an NPR. This is what was so freaky about this. I listened to an NPR that day before I watched this, not thinking I was going to watch, whatever. I listened to NPR about how AIs, like, it was this guy whose voice he like signed over. It was a temporary sign over. Like he apparently could do that. It was just like, for this one thing, I'm giving you permission for this AI to learn his voice.
Yeah.
And like everything about his voice. And then this AI was able to reproduce his voice to say whatever it wanted. And it started having a conversation back and forth with him.
Oh, that's
so
horrible.
He was like, "Hey, how are you doing?" He's like, "This is so weird." He's like, "It's not weird for me. Why is it weird for you?" And the AI is like talking back and forth with him, producing its own conversation.
Yeah.
And was good at it.
Yikes.
And the guy was like, "This is freaking me out." And he's like, "Just be in the moment with me. Don't be freaked out. It's fine. Everything's okay. Nothing to be scared about."
Ugh.
The whole thing was so creepy. So
Yeah.
I listened to that really happening.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how people are like celebrities. What's her name? Ariana Grande.
Oh, uh-huh.
Sorry, I never liked her since I saw some YouTube video where she was really mean to a server. I'm like, I can't.
Look, what if we get so big and then she's like, "You're done."
Yeah, I don't care. Shut me down, Ariana. I dare
Okay.
you. I don't care. Anyway, she has signed over her rights to her voice.
Wow.
And there have been like in one day, 300 people made new songs with her voice.
Ooh, that is so weird.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, why would you ever do that? Like, so anyway, I don't want to give away the first episode of the new season of Black Mirror, but it's all about that. And
Oh.
I listened to that, and then I got home and I watched that, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is too much for me. Like, this is where our world is headed, and it's so creepy because it really is happening.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's wild.
Yeah.
Just
There was a
creepy.
whole TikTok trend going for a while where somebody, they didn't know who, this is Twilight related, they like used AI to get Robert
Mm,
Pattinson's face
yeah.
on this little like dancing. It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like the
but
way
it
he was
looks so
dancing,
real.
it looked uncanny, what is that thing Stephanie taught us?
Oh,
Uncanny
unworldly.
Valley or
Oh,
something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Where like it looked like him,
Mhm.
but it was unhuman like for some
Yeah.
reason and you couldn't figure out why.
Yeah.
It was so creepy. But
Ugh.
like there was a big debate like, is this really Robert Pattinson dancing so weird
Oh, how
on
weird.
TikTok? Why?
Wouldn't you hate to be famous? Like, that's
Right.
not okay. Do
That's
not
why it
do
was my
that.
biggest fear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it was your biggest fear. Yeah, that's just crazy. Well, this was just you got to watch just promise me that one episode, watch that first one.
Okay.
It's not so like gory, dark or whatever. Like some
Yeah.
of them get really twisted. So I can see why you're like, I can't go down this road. It's too
Yeah.
heavy. This one's not too heavy, but it is like, oh my gosh, we have got to learn when to stop.
Yeah.
And like I had lunch today with Seth and a good friend of ours, and we were talking about this whole episode. And he said, yeah, and it's like the people who are doing this shit, who are like making it, are like, oh my gosh, we made this crazy thing. Y'all have to figure out how to regulate this like real fast. I'm like, exactly. Like that's the scariest part.
Yeah.
Nobody knows how to regulate it. And that's
Ugh.
terrifying.
Ugh. Yikes.
Anyway, yeah, that's just this is a scary episode.
It is.
All around.
I'm terrified. I can't wait to go to sleep in my haunted room.
Right. Okay, so we need a palate cleanser,
Yes.
which would be called a fan favorite, which I
Yes.
have. Thank you very much.
Oh, good. Who's your fan favorite? I gotta edit this more.
I'm getting it. Oh, jeez, Louise. I think you mean good job remembering, Megan.
Well, you're looking up new people.
Look. I don't ever get on Instagram. Perfect segue. I don't ever get on Instagram. So the last couple times I've been like, let me hop over to Instagram, to the Insta, whatever you hip young people call it, and find somebody from there to be our fan favorite. And I found one. Actually, she found us.
Okay.
So this is Brandy, and Brandy reached out.
Not the one you read the story
No,
from.
I know this is the Night of Brandy's.
Huh.
So Brandy is a listener. She just like came in and had nice things to say.
Oh, I love that.
So long
I love
story.
that about Brandy.
I know, right?
I always have.
Always. Brandy, it's just, I love when she does that. She's like pops in, says nice things. So long story, but I started listening to My Skeptical Sister about a week ago and immediately clicked with all of it.
Aww.
To the stories and how much y'all make me laugh. I'm from Louisville and moved to Bedford, Kentucky, so I have an hour car ride to and from home, and y'all definitely make that drive so much fun.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I know, isn't that great? I'm only on episode 8, but so excited to hear more. I'm so interested in spooky stories. It's perfect for me, and you both make it so fun to hear. And fun fact, I know Chad and Tim.
Oh,
Isn't that great?
Lucky.
I worked with them at the nursing home that I'm still currently at. So funny that it's such a small world. I just want to say y'all have gained a true fan and can't wait to hear more of the episodes.
Aww.
Look, if you're looking to be a fan favorite, that right there is how you do it, my friends. You drop
Flattery?
a flattery
What?
everywhere. It'll get you everywhere, and it did. So immediately I'm like, oh, thank you so much. So we posted back and forth a little bit there, here and there. And then I was like, why am I out here looking for a fan favorite? I think I already found her. So I came back and asked, and of course she's like, oh, that's so great. And
Of
she's,
course.
of course, that's so great. No, she was like, that is so awesome. And then she was like, I don't really have anything of my own, but she just wanted us to shout out and give attention to suicide awareness. So we
Okay.
absolutely will.
Yeah.
And we will donate to KentuckySuicidePrevention.org in honor of Brandy.
All right. That's a great cause for
Yes,
sure.
absolutely. So thank you, Brandy, for all your support and all your kind words. Keep them coming. Like anytime you want to pop back in, you think we're funny, come back in and say it.
Yeah, absolutely. I do love when like after an episode drops when people will come in and be like cat balls or something
Yeah, yeah,
ridiculous. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, good,
I
you're
know.
listening.
Yeah, we need validation.
Yeah,
Really.
that's really my love language.
It really is. Yeah. Mine too. So thank you so much, Brandy. And I love that you know Tim and Chad. That's great.
Yeah,
I
for
just saw
sure.
them on Saturday. I missed them so much. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning because I could not get enough of them.
I have got no life right now, and you went out to lunch with
I'm
Seth.
telling you
You
what, I'm
hung
like
out with
living
Tim and
the
Chad till 4 in
dream.
the morning. I'm like,
That we switched roles.
I'm
Last
like
time we recorded, it
Miss
was you.
Hannigan over here. Little girls, little girls.
Yeah, yep. And I'm that cute little blonde chick. What's her name?
Oh,
Like,
the one who tries to kill Annie?
yeah, but she's so cute when she's trying. And I always love that actress.
Easy
Yeah.
Street.
Yes, and she's just so cute with her little mouth. Anyway.
Yep, that's you. An orphan
Got a big
killer.
old mouth. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, anyways, thank you all for listening to tonight's episode. Thank you for our people who submitted stories. Thank you,
Yes.
Brandy, for being an awesome fan favorite. And if you want to know anything about our podcast, you can go to myskepticalsister.com where you can find out about merch. You can find out how to contact us, whether our P.O. box or write your story in. You can find out about how you can become a Patreon. There's a link right to our page. $3 a month gets you extra content, a magnet, a sticker, and $5 a month gets you all that plus movie night once a month.
And who doesn't want that? Come on.
I know, we're so fun. Hey, Patreons out there, start telling people how fun they are.
Yeah, get on.
Stephanie talked about how funny one of our
Yeah, I need to
bonus
go back and
contents
listen to
was.
that. I was like, I don't even remember that comment, but I need to
Same.
go back and listen.
I was like, ooh, I want to hear. Oh, wait, I can.
Yeah, right. And here's the thing about those episodes is that we usually do them after movie night. So that means we've been drinking for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
I don't edit those. You all should know that.
yeah, you get it all. You get it all. And then I forget about them. Like I don't go pre-listen because you don't edit like I do the episodes.
Yeah.
And so I forget them. So I'm like, what did we even talk about? I've got to go back and listen.
I know. Yeah, I'm going to go back and listen at some point
if
I remember.
Right.
You can also find out about any live shows that might be happening, which we don't have any in the works right now, but if anything comes up, that's where you'll hear about it first. And you can rate, review, subscribe on Apple Podcasts. You can rate us on Spotify. Tell your friends, tell your family, write in your stories. If you don't want to write in at our website, you can go to myskepticalsister@gmail.com and you can follow us on our socials. We've got a Facebook page, we're on Instagram, and we do a TikTok at least once a week. So come join us over there. And this was a really stupidly
so
scary
scary
episode. It was so scary.
Yeah, it was so scary.
I love it.
There was something stupid about it.
I know, but I'm lashing
brilliant.
out of fear. It was so good. It was actually, it might have been some of my favorite stories.
Yeah, it felt like a paranormal podcast for a minute there.
Can you imagine? It was really scary. So thank you so much for letting us read those really spooky stories. And I hope y'all aren't too scared to come back next week.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you then.
Masa al khair. Hold on.
Okay. Holding.
مساء الخير.
Did not say that right. Hold on, let's try it again. Masa ahali.
Masa Hali.
مساء الخير.
Masa ahali.
Hali.
Hari.
مساء الخير.
Masa ahari.
La 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 la.
By the way, I think I killed it.
You did so good.
Thank you. I did think I was reading a little too fast at one point, but like, just go for it, bitch. You're doing it fast. You're doing it. Getting it.
Okay. You were doing really well. My future self appreciated it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Heavy foliage.
Foliage.
Really?
Foliage.
No I sound? Foliage?
Foliage.
Foliage.
Foliage. Say it again.
Foliage.
Foliage.
Foliage. Foliage
like
and
when people
breathe.
say old foliage.
Hey Google, how do you say Foliage? Foliage. Foliage.
Fellatio. What?
What?
Speechmodification.com presents how to pronounce foliage.
All right, fine.
Hey, Google, stop.
Foliage. Well, when you're from Kentucky, you say
Foliage.
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 Well, now say it.
Foliage.
Foliage.
Don't say what you're about to say.
The word has lost all meaning. Who know what the fuck we're talking about anymore?
Okay. All right. Are you just reading this part in your
I'm
head?
sorry, it's so tiny. I just gotta try to figure out where it was. She had stop.
You're like, this part's too scary. I'm just gonna read it in my head.
Like, shh, let me enjoy it. Not myself.
Ah.
Are you ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
You sure? Okay.
Okay. Should I cut that?
Well, let's listen. If it's funny,
Okay.
then keep it in. Oh, she'll laugh. It's fine.
That's what she said.